Brittany and Devontay. They show us a cute thing where he's putting on her lashes, putting on the lashes, like a little, lash tech room and esthetician room thing. They talked about the finances, the mortgage, all of that is cute. This is a woman. She likes being feminine. She feels feminine in this moment, and good. They talked about the mortgage, the business, his job that he's in sales, his income, all of that. His expenses run about over 5,000 or something like that. Hers is not that much, and she was aghast by it. Fair play. Then I just kind of thought about it being weird that this woman is so independent and she's so well established, and surely there's some type of, is it irony, duality? There's some fucked up shit going on there anyway about how she's so well established and so independent, yet she's so insistent on marriage and that the companionship that comes with it to make her life seem like it has meaning. And I hate that so much for her, because what do you mean? I really struggle to reconcile the person that she is, like the reality of her, and what she seems to be saying and or wanting, or not, or maybe things that she's not paying attention to because of what she wants, marriage. Because let's keep in mind, this is a woman who already has her wedding dress. And I've seen stuff like this on the internet where women are like, oh, they bought their wedding dress and then they met the man of the dream, all of that. I'm glad it worked out for you. Like, I understand it's something about having faith, right? It's something about having that need for companionship and how urgent that seems to be for her, because she feels like she's of a specific age and she should have had certain things by a specific time. But maybe in her haste for her looking for these things, she's not looking for the right things in a partner, maybe. And just like, maybe it's anybody would fit at this point type shit, and that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Yeah, I think they were in the jacuzzi for their little date thing, and he was like, he's 98% there. Because she was like, she wouldn't have her family and her friends there if she wasn't sure, or have them come from all over if she wasn't sure. And then they have another conversation when they go inside, which I'm praying this leads her to say no at the altar. I want to preface this with saying I understand wanting companionship and really, 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 really wanting it when it seems like you're never going to get it. But you can't want it so much that you overlook the red flags that this man is waving in your fucking face. Like, he's doing this. Anyway, they go inside. Everything's, whatever. He then brings up an issue that he has where he heard that during the dress fit-in that he was brought up. And she was like, yeah, you were brought up, but I was just talking about how, because someone asked me about you and how you feel when you see me. And I said, I don't know, because you're a man of many words. You know him, yeah. My question is, who's the grass? Who's the chatty patty? Who's the grass? Who? Which one of the women is the one telling Devontay all of these things? How is he hearing about it? That's number one. Number two, what do you mean you were discussed in a group of people where they're all talking about each other, where it's a shared experience? Nobody else understands it other than the group that she's in. What do you mean? Why are you talking about me? Who else is she going to talk about? If she's having problems and she wants to kind of vent and express things, who else is she? Maybe it's the fact that she's talking about it in a huge group that he has an issue with. But regardless, even on the outside with somebody else, they will be talking about you in the relationships. They will be. Oh, do you have something to hide? All right. So he already knows that he's not fulfilling her in a specific way when it comes to being physically affectionate with her. And she's very upset about that. But then she then says she's accepted that about him. I said, baby girl, you haven't. You're willing to accept it because you want this too bad. So bad that you're willing to ignore something that you feel like you require in a relationship, that you feel like you need, which is physical. I want to cry for you, Brittany. I want to cry because what? Why? Why would you want this for yourself? Why would you do this? Anyway, they have that conversation. They then have another conversation about prenups and him wanting to protect himself in a specific way. And then she's not kind of sure about where that's headed, because it feels like technically it feels like to her he's got one foot out the door, that he doesn't trust her. She's not that type of person. But first of all, it's fair to how you feel about how you feel. But it's when it comes to prenup, in my opinion, it's never personal. As you might be thinking that it's there to protect him, but it's also there to protect you. Well, yes, you're not that type of person. Nobody is ever that type of person. And I don't, okay. clearly, in this particular situation, though, this man, he doesn't trust you, right? Because at first, if it's someone who's been thinking about the prenup being a thing, this would have been mentioned in the pods, but it wasn't. Because now that he's come outside, he's realized that maybe he's got it a bit more than you do. And he's like, oh, don't want to go to go look at her. She's fucking hot. You know? and so he's got a sense of the type of person that you are. Someone's definitely doing this in his ears, for sure. And he's come to you now with this whole prenup thing. And to be honest, this is the only instance where I feel like, although she brought it up as an issue for the wrong reasons, because to her it's him mistrusting her, but mistrusting her for a specific reason, and I don't think that that's what she's thinking. For me, it's so comical. I don't want to say comical, but it's an interesting glimpse into the lives of Christian couples, because then they prayed together and they said they asked the Lord for guidance on their situation, their relationship, and their marriage. I said, hey, okay. God is telling you to use your intuition, my girl. So let's bring this right back to earth. He doesn't give you affection the way you like. He shows that he doesn't trust you when it comes to his finances, all of that, because he wants a prenup to you. Him not wanting to be talked about, right, when it comes to you confiding in someone else about how he's behaved. He thinks that that's an issue. Red flag. What else does he do? Oh, he insults you to your face and you kind of smile at him like he's making a joke, but I'm dead ass. He's not joking about a damn thing. I mean, like about a damn thing. He does find your snoring to be an issue. And you don't know that you snore, but he's not telling you straight up that you snore and that he don't like it. You see how Amber and Judge Jordan sorted out their own snoring issues? This man can't even tell you that your snoring is an issue and you can't take it without you doing this. And that's who you want to marry. Okay. I wish everybody here good luck. I hope you don't get married for yours and his mental health.